Hi, everybody. Hi, where are you? I can't see you. Are you over there? No. Are you there? No. Where are you? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, there you are. Oh, gosh. I thought I lost you there for a minute. I thought you was lost. So, but you're not lost. You was just right there. Okay, good deal. So, here I are. Um, oh, my goodness. I slipped half the day away already. Can't hardly believe that. I need a little drink of water. Oh, water's the best thing in the morning. Okay, I want to finish. I was working on the Kawandi yesterday when I had to stop. If you've seen that little short, well, kind of short video that I put up yesterday, but now today. Yesterday is gone, and we used up yesterday. It's done, and so now today is tomorrow's yesterday, but it's still today. Just as long as you understand that. Okay, now. But yes, I was working on that Kawandi book cover, and I wanted to show you where I'm at with that. Okay, I went all the way around the edge. Now, as you can see, now if you could just imagine how this would be if it was a full-size Kawandi that is actually a quilt that you would use on the bed or something, then the middle of this would be all you would see was, this backing fabric. And so here you can kind of see on the back how there's black stitching all the way around, because that's where I stitched on these pieces. So now this is where you start your running stitch. And so and your running stitch is now what's going to hold each one of your pieces together. So, and you're going to do this running stitch now all along. You're going to use a running stitch. You're going to go all along the, let me see if this will zoom in at all. That's all the farther it will. So anyway, you're going to go all along the edges now. I mean, you'll do this almost like you would do a spiral until you have it completely till you get to the middle, and you're going to continue to add pieces. So I didn't mention yesterday when I was starting that when the ladies are doing this, usually there's more than one lady just working on the Kawandi. Usually it can be a whole group of ladies working around the Kawandi, and they're all stitching. So somebody might be stitching this piece, somebody might be stitching over here, over here, over here on the full-size Kawandi. But now I'm one who is not I don't get things done in a good fashion because I've never been formally formal formally, I don't know what the word is, diagnosed, but I've diagnosed my own self with that ADD, attention deficit disorder, and because I don't stay focused on one project until it's finished. I have got instantly, I can be working on this and then just instantly say, oh no, wait a minute, I just got an idea of a doll, and I'll just throw this off to the side and start working on the doll. That's just how I work. And so I I've diagnosed my own self. And so who needs a doctor when you can diagnose your own self? But anyway, yeah, so this is where I'm at. But I think I'll finish this, and because it's small. So that's one of the nice things about making something small is you can finish. You might say, "Oh, I want to do a Kawandi," but then you don't want to do a whole quilt, and so that would take too long. So then you would say, "Oh my goodness," I would say, "I'm not going to do that because it would take too long, and I'll never get it finished." And so, but if you choose something small, then choose something small, then you can just make a miniature out of it. Like for I love the quilt patterns. Quilt. You know, I like making a regular quilt. Like you have a pattern and you do a quilt out of this beautiful pattern, and but you have to make 192 and a half blocks all exactly alike. I can't do that. I just after I make one block, I'd be done. Okay, I made that one block. Let's go next question, please. And so yeah, so I've made a lot of quilt blocks. Never do I, and that's why I've got a stack of quilt blocks that I make, and I make them always make them 10 by 10. If I want to just play with a block, I want to make them 10 by 10, and then after a while, I'll just stitch all those 10 by 10 blocks together. They'll all be different, and I'll just stitch them all. Make a little lap quilt. Then I don't even make a whole quilt anymore. I just make little lap quilts. I can throw them over the back of a chair, or you can use them as a lap quilt. You can do anything you want with them. And but it's doing something you want to try, but you don't want to. You got the ADD. You might have the ADD. You just don't want to go through all the trouble of making 99 blocks to make a quilt all exactly alike and with all the corners perfect. And yeah, I envy. I don't know. Is envying a sin? I don't know. But people that can do that, I have a lot of respect for those people that can do that. That's amazing. I've seen beautiful quilts. We have a place up there in Brooksville, which is our county seat. That it's the city hall, I think is where it is, but they have a lot of quilts displayed up there in City Hall. I think it's City Hall. My memory's gone. I'm going a little flaky. But they have just quilts, just just displayed in there on walls, and they're beautiful. They're just absolutely beautiful. Just to go and see those quilts. And I have a lot of respect for those quilters that have done that. They got the homemakers club. We have the homemakers club in our county, and I think they're called the homemakers club, something like that. And they yeah, they make these quilts, and so then at every time you go to City Hall, you'll probably see different quilts because they might have Aunt Susie's quilt there for a month, and then that one comes down, and somebody else's quilt goes up, and so it's like a ever-changing museum. I'm assuming they still have it up there. I don't know. I'm not one that goes to the City Hall very often anymore. It's funny how after you kind of retire, you retire from everything. Yeah, I retired from everything, even from Walmart. I don't go to Walmart anymore. Retired. I buy stuff from Walmart, but I buy it off the computer, and then they come and deliver it. Leave it out in the little black wagon. That's what they do. So anyway, now see here, the thing about doing this is you got to keep rethreading. I I have tried just doing a long thread, but if I do too much of a long thread, then my thread gets all in a knot, and so I don't really go with that long thread thing. But see, now something like this, see, now I can do this and still talk at the same time. There's some things I can't work on and talk at the same time because I gotta use my thought process in doing whatever I'm doing, my whatever project. So see here now, I'm going to okay, I'm running out of thread here, so I'm gonna have to rethread my needle. But I'm starting now on the second row of stitching because I'm going around like in a little, well, my thread come off because I only had 2 inches. But see, I went all the way around one time. You can see on the back how I went all the way around one time on this mouse quilt. If I had a little pet mouse, this would be enough of a quilt for my little pet mouse. And so now I want to get, I'm going to take, well, see, I've got my thread in a kind of a quandary here, but that's okay. I'll get enough off of here. There we go. About that much. I want about that much. I want about this much. Okay, but then I only use, also if you take a piece that's too long of embroidery floss, because it's 6 layers, but I'm only using 2 layers, then if you have too long of a piece and then you try to separate it, then it just gets a little bit on my last nerve, and, you know, I don't have too many nerves left. So I got to split that out where I just get 2 out of the 6. Okay, and so now I will split that right down the middle. I think I only have 2 threads on there. If I've got 3, it's not no big hairy deal. Nothing is a big hairy deal. I don't do any craftings that's a big hairy deal. My craftings are all for fun. Nothing's going to go to the county fair for judgment. I used to send things to the county fair for judgment. But yeah, I was very deep into 4-H and stuff like that. And so I got a lot of when I was young stories. Well, let me put this piece over here. Okay, and then we'd win blue ribbons or red ribbons or white ribbons or special, I don't know, special ed something. There was honorable mention, and then you would after the fair was over, then you would get a check. So much money for a blue ribbon, so much for each color ribbon, and then that would be nice. That was always nice. My kid, I mean, we would enter things like our eggs. The kids would enter eggs, and the chickens, the rabbits, and then of course all craft projects would get entered into the county fair. And so yeah, that was always fun. I don't do that anymore. Now that's for the younger generation. I don't know if they still even do that anymore. But you tie this piece of thread onto this piece of thread, and now this is going to have a knot on the outside, and I'm just letting that knot be right there on the outside. It's fine. It's fine with me. So all knots won't get hidden away. Okay, there we go. Now I can just continue to go on around. And now the thing is, you'll keep going around. Let's see if once I go around here, if I'm going to start having to add little pieces. But you'll know when you have to add another piece, because you'll come to a open spot. See, right now I'm right on the patches that I've already put on. I had a dog named Patches one time. Somebody stole her. She was plumb stolen, because she was inside the fence and everything. And I know who stole her, but that's a whole nother story. But anyhow, her name was Patches. See how my thoughts even jump from one thing to another. My thoughts can jump from one thing halfway through a sentence, and then a new thought comes in my mind, and then my mouth starts rambling on with who knows what, you know? And so now here, maybe I'm getting to a spot now that I can add a piece just when I get around this here corner. Oh, I gotta turn my iron on. I gotta turn my iron on so it can be warming up. Needs to be warming right up here. There we go. No, that's warming up because I'm going to need to iron a piece. Now, like when I showed you I was ironing all the corners, all the edges on here, 2 edges always before I add them on. Well, when the ladies do this, when the videos that I watch to learn this process, whenever they see, I just lost the train of thought. They don't have an iron. They don't have an iron with them. They just finger press everything. So they're just kind of folding it tightly to get that edge, taken care of. You know, because they don't have an iron. They don't use iron. Now they might use iron, but I don't think they do. Not in the videos that I watched. See, you can see now I'm on my second row of stitching. I mean, and this is a well put together piece. It'll be a blanket, you know, like a Kawandi, because you got them stitches. I mean, you can put them as close as you feel like together. And I'm going to, my iron hot on. Okay, see, now I went on 2 sides now, but see, now I'm going to go ahead and add a piece. I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to take this little piece right here, and I'm going to pretend I need it right here. You can put them wherever you want. What you're going to do is basically what you want to do is you want to cover up all the backing. But see, now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to press these edges. The edges to fold them in like a little selvage or something. Okay, so I'll just get that, press those edges in. But I'm going to go ahead now on this particular one. Now, on this particular one, see, I don't do tutorials because I don't half the time know what I'm talking about. But on this particular one, though, I'm going to fold all 4 edges in. But when you're actually working on a real one, on a real Kawandi, you will, okay, see, I got all 4 of those edges folded in, so there's no raw edges showing out here. And so I can take this now, and I can put this inside, or, wait a minute, I can put this, yeah. I wouldn't have had to have all those edges put in right here, but I did. I'm gonna just tuck. No, I'm going to tuck it in. I'm going to tuck this one in over here. You can tuck it in anywhere you want to tuck it in. Tuck it in, tuck it in. Like the wrinkles in your chin. Anytime you want to begin. But see, now I can put that one there. You can add these as you're going, just wherever you want to add another piece. And now, like for instance, I might want to, okay, scoot that little baby up there, and then I'll get that one and catch that on there at that one side, and then keep going around. See, I could have just kept going around right there, but not. I didn't, because I wanted to put this other piece in. But see, now, see, we're going to, oh, I thought I lost my needle. All my fingernails are still on. I haven't lost them. Of my scrapping quilt, my scrap quilt type of fingernails, using all the spares. Yeah, using all the scraps. That's what I do. Okay, now, I'm not going to keep you all to do this whole thing because it'll take me a while and I haven't had my coffee yet. And so, I'm going to drink my coffee, take my morning little medicine, and then I'll probably check to see if there's any new videos put up that I need to watch while I continue to stitch along. But see now I showed you how I just added that one in there, but I will want to keep adding in until I cover, every piece is covered up with scraps, and that just takes too long for me to show you each one. But the thing is to fold the edges over. Unless you're doing one with all raw edges, then you don't have to fold them all over. And so then, when you're done with this, it's going to be all different shapes and sizes for your patchworks. All your patchwork pieces are going to be different shapes and sizes. And when you, and like, see, I don't even have this one on straight. It's on crooked. It can stay that way. And so, and I'll probably put another piece, like, right inside here to cover that up. And you just keep adding pieces, you know, in wherever you need them or want them, you know. See, I might want to put a piece right in here. And so, but you add them as you get to that particular spot is when you add the piece. And so, and then you just completely fill it all in until then you'll look on the back and you'll see that it is all stitched all the way around. And now this one I'm making just as a journal cover, and so it's small. I'll get it finished before I just get sidetracked into another project. And so, because I am one who gets easily sidetracked into another project. And so that's what I do. That's what I do best. And so, you know what I'm doing right now is I'm looking for my little book. But you know what? I cleared off my desk and put things where they belong. I don't know where everything belongs, apparently. I'm in charge of my own area here, but I'm the one that loses. Well, I've lost my mind, and I can't find it either, so everything's missing. Hang on a minute, guys, hang on. Well, you're not really hanging on. There it is. Found it. It was right where I put it, where I wouldn't forget it and lose it. But it was. But again, Helen Steiner Rice. I just love her. I do. Okay, now, and I just open the book. That's what I do. I open the book and I read whatever I open it to. I don't go from page one all the way through to the last page when I'm reading. Well, I don't usually read novels. I just read. I got like giant collection of books, but they're all things that I can read any page in the middle, and I've not missed anything. Okay, but God's Stairway is what I opened it here. It says, step by step we climb each day closer to God with each prayer we pray. For the cry of the heart offered in prayer becomes just another spiritual stair. Stair, the stairway to heaven. In the heavenly staircase leading us to a beautiful place where we live anew. So never give up, for it's worth the climb to live forever in endless time, where the soul of man is safe and free to live in love through eternity. That's Helen Steiner Rice's words in her A Collection of Blessings edition of the book. And they are just beautiful. And with that, I say keep on stitching. Just whatever you want to stitch. That's why we even make just a slow stitch book, which this is going to be just a slow stitch book, so we can just keep on stitching. I'll show you later on when I put the pages on and stuff, and then it's just a slow stitch book, and and that's it. And with that, anyway, I ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make, keep you safe and keep you secure and keep you happy, healthy, and humble. And always remember, no matter how life treats you, how hard life gets, stay another day. God bless.